The very first two cards that jumped out together is quite striking for your reading. So I'll just let you see them together as Jesus and his mother Mary. Very powerful first two cards for you guys. Jesus and Mother Mary coming out together. And what Mother Mary says is love and peace. Let go of the need to be right. Choose peace deliberately. And then she also says that mother healing is possible at this time. So that's what Mother Mary's card says, and that's what she wants to say for your reading. And then we also have the Master Jesus, and under his name is the word forgiveness. And his card says you are on the path of light, love, and forgiveness. Father healing is possible at this time. Very profound to have mother healing possible at this time and father healing possible at this time. You know, I almost stopped right here with these two cards. Can you kind of see how I could talk for an hour just about these two cards? This is really profound for your reading. My son happens to be a Virgo, and I shared this with him, that these were the first two cards, and his response was, okay, what does that have to do with me? Because he and I happen to have a very, very good relationship. And I thought, what a great question. What does this have to do with you? What does this have to do with you? There's so much in here. It really feels like a sort of, you get to decide what this means for you. You may have a difficult relationship with your mother, and so Mother Mary is saying, you know, now's a really good time to work out your relationship with your mom, given that here's her son right here with her. You might look at just Jesus and talking about forgiveness. There might be some forgiveness called for when it comes to your mother or your father. As far as Jesus goes, talking about his Father, this could be sort of God the Father, right? Our Father in heaven. God, our Father in heaven. And I kept hearing Jesus saying, forgive them, for they know not what they do. Forgive them, for they know not what they do. And that feels like a message for any of you that might have had a very difficult childhood, potentially with both parents. They did the best they could. So here this forgiveness is coming up again with mother and father, the parents, and Jesus, you know, and Jesus being an example, a role model with that expression, you know, a leader with that expression of forgiveness. Forgive them, for they know not what they do. They did the best they could. So that is coming back again. These two cards right here, you could spend quite a bit of time contemplating all that this could mean for you to have these two cards coming up. And then one of your guardian angels comes up and is asking you to pause and really contemplate all and any and all that this could mean for you. Pause with in your life. Just kind of take a pause. This pause is really powerful. It just kind of stop everything and really sit with this and see what this could mean for you. As far as a relationship with parents, relationship with spirit, right? God the Father. If God is, you know, a spirit as your father, your relationship with spirit can be healed now. If there's some where you might feel a disconnect from spirit, healing that is possible now, he also wants to say. There's so much in these two cards. So take a pause and contemplate those two. There's a lot in there. So that could, these are general readings, so they don't apply to everyone. And yet, what can come out of those two cards could apply to almost anyone. So hopefully that will help. Right underneath Jesus, we have the leadership card. You are a leader. And this is coming from the inspiration of Joan of Arc. And she's coming up right underneath Jesus to say, you are a leader. Similar to Jesus was a leader. You are a leader. And Jesus, kind of lived by, example. He sort of walked his talk, is what they're saying. He walked his talk. They're asking you, and Joan of Arc is also asking you, to do the same. Be a leader. Choose love. Forgive where, they know not what they do. He just keeps saying that. They know not what they do. It could be your parents, given that these are the two cards. But, with Jesus being such a powerful role model, such a powerful leader in all areas of life. So it's really can be regarding anything. Forgive them, for they know not what they do. Persecution. Okay, that's coming up now. Joan of Arc, being persecuted for speaking out. Forgive them. And continue to speak out. Continue to, be the leader that you are sort of designed to be. And then she also wanted me to read a little bit from the book here, where it says, a leader best serves by being a living example and role model. To live in such a way that others admire your integrity and your strength of character. So that's the sentence that she wanted you guys to hear as a leader. It seems like in a lot of readings that comes up for you guys, that you are a leader. That comes up a lot. And so here's Jesus with Joan of Arc saying, yep, you are a leader. So in terms of what might need to be forgiven, in terms of where it might be challenging to choose peace, as Mother Mary is suggesting, you get this card from Horus saying that you're seeing the situation accurately. You're seeing the situation accurately. And that very much feels like it fits Virgo too, because you guys do, again with this highly intelligence, you see, third eye. The very next card is from Babaji with the third eye is lit up. And notice all around his head is all lit up. You're seeing the situation accurately. Whatever that situation may be. It may be with father. It may be with mother. It may be with challenges that you might be having in terms of being a leader. You're seeing the situation accurately. Could be any kind of situation. You're seeing it accurately. What Babaji is coming in along with this, asking you to do, is notice his hands. This was very profound when this card first came out. Notice that around his heart space is also lit up, sort of here in his center. This is lit up, and this is lit up, and how he's holding his hands like this, here. He's asking that you take this knowing. You're seeing the situation accurately. You're seeing it up here. You're seeing it mentally. He's asking that you take the mental into the heart space. And while his hand's in the picture, because it's a picture, they're right here, what I was seeing was this kind of thing. We're sort of bringing the mental into the heart space. Seeing it accurately, but feel into it. And now she wants to come back to say, letting go of the need to be right. The need to be right is different from feeling like you have an opinion that is correct, that would help a lot of people. It's just slightly different from a need to be right. So they're asking you to let go of that need. And one of the ways that will help you to do that is to bring this mental down into your heart space. Connect it with your heart space. The next card that wants to go is from Bast, from the goddesses, talking about independence. This is about your independence. And these two want to come back up again from your parents. Independence from your parents. Independence from everything, ways of being that you may have learned from your parents. Forgive them, for they know not what they do. They may not have known what they were doing. And so this is about, seeing the situation accurately, whatever it is, bringing it into your heart space. It's about lining you up with your higher self. It's about your independence. Your independence as a sovereign being and as a beautiful role model for as a leader. If that makes sense. So it's about your independence and believing in yourself, not needing approval or acceptance from anyone else, something you may have sort of adopted from your childhood and growing up, to just believe in yourself, your independence, and believing in yourself, your whole self. Not needing approval from anyone, lining up with your own higher self to become whole. Bring all this intelligence and mental and third eye wisdom into your heart space to line up with who you really are, believing in yourself. And it says, see yourself doing well, and you will. And what they want me to point out in this card, and it's kind of hard to see, so if you want to pause the video, you can, but notice that it almost looks like a parent and child here. This is from the unicorn decks. There's 2 unicorns in there. One is like an adult, and one is like a child. And the adult and the child, they're looking at each other, and the adult is saying, believe in yourself. All by yourself, believe in yourself. See yourself the way Spirit sees you. See yourself the way Spirit sees you. Jesus wants to come back in terms of relationship with your sort of God the Father, your relationship with Spirit. See yourself the way Spirit sees you. Believe in yourself as an independent, not needing approval or acceptance or not needing to be right. That feels like it might be something that some of you Virgos might struggle with a little bit. The need to be right. And it might be coming from parents. So, it might be really good time to forgive them for that, forgive that, and believe in yourself. See yourself the way Spirit sees you, and then the need is not there any longer. Okay, and then we have a few cards that just might apply to some of you. One is talking about infinite supply. So some of you may be in a situation where you might be running into some feelings of lack, or feeling like there's not enough, or you're not enough, or feeling like there's not enough. There's infinite supply. So Spirit is saying, there's no need to worry about that. You are taken care of no matter what the situation is. For some of you, it looks like your household situation may be changing. Vesta is coming in to say that your household situation is improving, either through a move or a healthy change in occupants. So it could be that there's some shifts going on in your home life. And so they're saying that that will be a good thing, that will be a really good thing. You might be moving physically to a new location, or it could just be that there might be a change in the occupants in your home. You also got Solace is coming in, asking you to spend some time near water to recharge your battery. So some of you, it feels like you're working really hard on something. If memory serves, you guys had a project, I think, a brilliant idea, a project that you might be working on, They're saying to spend some time near some water to recharge your batteries. Batteries is sort of the electric, and they're also sort of pointing to a lot of the changes going on. A lot of the changes going on energetically, magnetically, and electrically on the planet. So this card is coming up to spend time near water. There are other cards that refer to solitude and being near water, but this one in particular wanted to come out for you guys, referring to you know, batteries is kind of like electrical. So spend some time near water. That will be good for you in November. Let's see, you also got this practice card, and so for some of you it feels like you might be kind of frustrated, maybe that this project, if you're working on a project, it might be that the project kind of runs into glitches here and there, and they're saying just keep on practicing, sort of keep going. That's been your message for a long time. They're saying keep going, practice, 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 meaning that, you know, sometimes things don't work, sometimes they do, then you try something else, it may not work, keep trying, you know, practice. You're practicing whatever it is, you're practicing your craft, you're practicing being a leader, you're practicing getting into your heart space and lining up, right? They're just saying keep practicing. Keep practicing to develop your skill. Keep going. So that expression is still with you. You also get the teamwork card, teamwork. And they wanted me to point out that this is teamwork of animals. They wanted me to point out that these are animals. So they're asking you to spend some time with your pets. Spend some time with animals. There's something very powerful and innocent at the same time with animals. So they're wanting you to spend some time with your pets. Quality time. See, now this is coming up again to say, you know, just kind of stop what you're doing and spend some quality time with your pets. You know, you might practice, okay, practice sort of telepathy and connecting with the wisdom of your pet. You know your pet, you know. You have a relationship with your pets. You know, animals in general can teach us very much. And actually there's quite a few animals that come out in the extended reading. So animals are really powerful for you guys in November. So they're saying, yeah, pause, you know, while you're pausing for various things, spend some time, some quality time with your pets. See if you can really connect with them on a deeper level. Feel into the wisdom, the power, the love, the unconditional love, the innocence, teamwork. And they're saying teamwork, and now this one wants to come back. It's a bit like teamwork in terms of the characteristics, the energy, the character of animals. You know, it's very pure. And letting go of the need to be right. Okay, so she's coming back. You know, animals don't have that need. Animals don't have that need. So they're saying really spend some time with the animals to absorb into their character. The power and the innocence and the unconditional love of pets. Yep. See if you can get your empathy going and empath some of that yummy energy, you know, just feeling into that will help you become a better leader. They're also asking you to be mindful of signs that may be coming from Spirit. Watch for signs. They're also now saying to ask. Ask if you have any questions about anything. Ask if you're struggling with anything, how you can resolve it. And Spirit is letting you know that they're with you, and there will be signs for you to answer your questions. And your reading ends with Paravati saying that whatever kind of changes might be occurring for you guys, they're good ones. You have good changes coming. Positive change is what she's saying. These are positive changes to, sort of forgive, work out with your parents. Again, there's so much here. Anything that comes from a change in here will be positive change. And stepping into your leadership role also. Stepping into your role as a leader, as a, sort of walking example of integrity and unconditional love and that sort of thing. A leader like Jesus, a leader like Jesus walked his talk kind of thing. So they're asking you to step into your leadership role, work out anything that might need forgiveness with your parents, or any other situation that might call for forgiveness. It could be work, it could be a relationship, anything that calls for forgiveness. Bringing in you're seeing it accurately, bringing it into your heart space, and it's about your own independence as becoming this leader. Believe in yourself and see yourself the way Spirit does.